Hello, everybody. I am back to the black and white base blown out. And this time I am doing fire colors. So I am using Pyro Red, Azo, what do I always call yellow orange? Azo Orange, Azo Yellow Medium, and I have a little bit of gold. So I mixed up a little bit of yellow and gold together instead of doing just gold. But it's got a little bit of a brown color to it, and I don't know if I like that or not. So I think I'm just going to stick with regular gold here. Okay, I think I'm just going to go for it. Let's paint. All right, so on the last one that I did, I started with black. So on this one, I think I'm going to start with white, see if that makes any difference. I don't think it will. And then I'm going to save just the tiniest bit to go inside of it. And now for the black, I do think that it needs some really bold colors for the background not to kind of take over too much. But I also thought it would be really cool to do this and have fluorescent colors in the center that glow under black light. So I might do that one too. I also have on my shelf glow in the dark paint. And let me tell you, it is a reminder every time I shut off the lights in my studio because it still glows. I've had it for like 6 years and it still glows. I'm like amazed, but every time it's like a little reminder and I have a concept in my mind of what I want to do with it. So stay tuned for that. Okay, for this part, I'm not going to say it's going to be short and sweet, but I should be able to do this one in a good amount of time. I should never have said that, right? All right, I'm going to blow it out. I actually have one more idea for these, and I think what I want to do is just silver and maybe a little bit of black in the center. So do this and then just do a little bit of a silver and black flower, because every time I do it like this, I kind of just want to stop where I am because it looks so cool. So I don't know, maybe I'm in like my black and white era of like monochromatic type things, but I feel like this might be a little bit of a series coming. I'm not quite sure yet, but I definitely am enjoying this. I'm having fun playing around with this because it really lets you see the colors that are in the center and how they play together with kind of the extra noise of the background. Super interesting though. All right, now let me layer these colors. All right, I think I want to start with red and end with red. I feel like I should spin it around and it should go right there, but nope, I'm gonna leave it just as is, starting right there. Now I'm gonna go with my orange, my yellow, and I do feel like I kind of want that red again and the yellow again. Now the yellow and the red are gonna mix together to give me an orange. So that's why I didn't do an extra layer of orange on there. But now not too much on the gold. And I am glad I left that other yellow out that was mixed with the gold. And now just a tiny bit, maybe spiraled on around there of this extra white. Okay. Good torch. I'm very interested to see how this one is going to come out. The other one was really cool, but I feel like the colors were kind of muted in the center, so I'm excited to use some brighter colors. What do we think? I do wonder what it would look like if I took, okay, don't be mad at me. If I took and kind of outlined in red, like where the petals actually are to create a little bit more definition. Not on those top petals, just on these back bottom petals. And then swoosh that on down. What do we think? Is that making any difference? I can't tell. I feel like these back bottom petals in both of them ended up getting a little bit lost. The top petals are really pretty. And I think it has to do with how I start and blow them out. Actually, that blended in really well together. I'm going to leave that alone. And then do I keep going? Do I outline this anymore? I feel like I might want to do just this portion up here because it's already got red. And then swirl that on around. And then this portion over here. My red kind of leaves the stick as I go. I want to make sure that I add that back. And then I think the top I just leave alone. Inevitably, someone's going to tell me that I should have left the entire thing alone, but okay. What are we thinking? I do like that for the most part, I'm leaving the petals intact up top and they're not fully going off the canvas. I actually really like the addition of the red that I did there. What do we think of the fire flower here? I'm pretty happy with it. Colors got just a tiny bit muted up here. Definitely down here, it's harder to see the petals. But this is something that I can definitely keep working with. This is super cool. Oh, I shouldn't have stuck my finger there, but I had some black coming through. Now I've got the black and the white coming through. Just blend that back together. Okay. Okay, I'm not touching it anymore. I touched it enough. I'm gonna torch it and then I'll show you. All right, y'all, what do we think? Is the background too much? Does it take away? I know that it does take a little bit away from the actual flower, but I'm very interested to know your thoughts. I do love those extra parts of red that I put in there. All right, so we'll let this dry and we'll see what you think. All right, here is how it dried. I will take you in first so you can see all the pretty designs that are in there. And then I don't have my light shining directly on it so that you can actually see the colors. Do we think that, so I do like the outline of red that I added in those portions. I feel like still these bottom petals, because I blow it across one time, I feel like the bottom petals get a little bit lost. And I feel like the black is muting the colors a little bit. So I am interested to see, this one definitely has more contrast to it though. And that's what I was looking for in the other one that I did. I'll link it in the description. Just click more by the title and you can see all my links down below if you missed that video. But I love the center. The center is just gorgeous. So it is brighter, there's more contrast, but I do feel like the petals get a little muted. So I'm interested to see if you think any other background color combinations would work well. Maybe some complementary sets, I don't know. But I do like it. And there is a little fire flower. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Happy painting. Bye.